In the journey of love, some relationships are not meant to stay, but to teach us the lessons we need. People call these karmic relationships. At first, they may be filled with passion, but over time, you begin to realize you are drained, lost, and no longer yourself. Stoic philosophy reminds us that inner peace is our greatest treasure. When love takes away that peace, it is a sign that it's time to let go. Today, we will explore 7 powerful signs that your karmic relationship is coming to an end. Sign 1. Inner conflict and restlessness. One of the first signs that a karmic relationship is reaching its end is the constant inner struggle. You often ask yourself, should I stay? If I leave, will I lose everything? Or will I finally find myself again? These questions are no longer fleeting thoughts, but recurring obsessions that rob you of sleep and focus. This is the stage where your mind no longer knows peace. You feel as if you're standing at a crossroads with each step feeling heavy. But in truth, this unease is your inner voice urging you to face reality. Stoic philosophy reminds us when the mind is unsettled, it is time to stop and ask, what are you truly losing here? Love or your inner freedom? Sign 2. Repeated cycles of toxicity. As a karmic relationship nears its end, you begin to notice repeating cycles of conflict, misunderstandings, and pain. At first, these may be excused as just once, but over time they become a familiar pattern: conflict, apology, reconciliation, and then conflict again. What's striking is that with each cycle, you feel more exhausted, more depleted, less trusting. You realize the problem isn't a single event. It lies in the very structure of the relationship itself. When instability repeats, it ceases to be an accident and becomes a sign. Stoic philosophy teaches us a mistake repeated is no longer a mistake, but a choice. If you stay, you are choosing to remain in the cycle, but once you see the pattern clearly, the universe is also sending a message. It's time to break free and reclaim true peace. Sign 3. Lack of growth and progress. A healthy relationship should help both people grow. But in a karmic relationship, you may notice that you're stagnant. Projects remain unfinished. Dreams are postponed and inspiration fades. You may have once believed that love would lift you higher, but instead you feel trapped in an invisible cage. This stagnation shows not only in your goals, but in your emotions. You no longer feel motivated, no longer find inspiration in the presence of your partner. The relationship becomes a burden, not a source of energy. When you begin to realize, I cannot grow because I am in this relationship, you already hold the key to escape. Because if love does not help you evolve, it has turned against its true purpose. Sign 4. A strong craving for independence. As a karmic relationship nears its end, a powerful desire for freedom begins to surface. You crave your own space, your own rhythm, instead of revolving around the other person. Thoughts like, I need my own place, I should learn something new, or I want to try a different job, appear more frequently. This is not just a passing wish, but an inner push. You realize how much of yourself you've lost, and now you yearn to reclaim it. You feel drawn to new things, reading again, learning new skills, meeting new people. This is your soul preparing to open another door. When the desire for independence grows stronger, it is a clear sign you're ready to close the old chapter and begin a freer, more mature one. Sign 5. Emotional detachment. One of the clearest signs of a karmic relationship ending is emotional detachment. You notice that you no longer feel as deeply as before. Arguments no longer cut you as they once did. Instead, you feel calm, perhaps even indifferent. This detachment is not numbness, but the result of having paid the emotional debt through enough pain. You no longer want to argue, no longer expect them to change. What once left you aching now feels like echoes fading into the distance. This is a crucial shift your heart is preparing to let go. When you're no longer bound by intense emotions, you create the space to look forward and step into a new, more peaceful chapter. Sign 6. Rediscovering your personal identity. As a karmic relationship closes, a powerful awakening emerges, the urge to return to yourself. Passions you once abandoned begin to return. Perhaps the music you loved, the book left unfinished, or a dream long postponed. You realize that throughout the relationship you sacrificed parts of your identity to accommodate the other. But now you yearn to live authentically, to freely pursue the things that reflect who you truly are. This is not rebellion. It is a homecoming. Rediscovering your identity is a clear sign that you are ready to step out of the invisible cage. When you begin to nurture your individuality again, your soul is telling you this journey is complete, and a new chapter 1 where you are wholly yourself is about to begin. Sign 7. Intuition and inner guidance. At the final stage of a karmic relationship, intuition becomes your most faithful guide. You start to sense clearly this is about to end, even without concrete evidence. Dreams, repeating numbers, or seemingly random signs around you all echo the same message. What matters is that this intuition no longer comes from fear, but from clarity. You understand why you walked this path, what you've learned, and that it's time to let go. Instead of clinging, you feel a sense of relief when you imagine the end. This is the ultimate turning point when both your mind and heart align to say, this chapter is over. Listening to your intuition not only helps you step away with conviction, but also reassures you that peace and growth await ahead. Looking back, these 7 signs form a ladder toward liberation. From inner conflict to repeating toxic cycles to stagnation to the rising call for independence. From emotional detachment to rediscovering your identity to finally listening to the voice within. None of this is coincidence. Each stage is a lesson helping you repay, learn, and finally recognize your true worth. A karmic relationship does not come to bring lasting peace. It comes to teach, to test, and then to leave once the lesson is complete. Stoic philosophy reminds us inner peace is the greatest treasure. And when you recognize these signs, you hold the chance to reclaim that treasure. Do not fear endings, for every ending is the beginning of a new path, one where you walk lighter, clearer, and freer. If these reflections resonate with you, share your thoughts in the comments. Your story may be the light that helps someone else find the courage to let go. And don't forget to subscribe so we can continue this journey together, building a stronger, calmer, and freer soul each day.